All right, let's go. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Required Podcast, episode 212. It's 12.
Is
It's
it
212.
Is it 12? I said 12. Yeah, because Cooper... We missed last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
I am all over the fucking place.
The week before.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if this is 12, cool. If it's 13, well, this is fucking awkward. I'll just put like a robot voice every time I say 12. It'll just be like 13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Welcome to episode 13.
Now you gotta break it out with a pause and be like a narrator voice. It was actually number 13.
Yeah.
Little did Brandon know. Oh, speaking of which, I'm Brandon.
Bearded.
I'm Cody.
I'm Ethan. Hello.
Sadly enough, we lost all our sponsors.
Oh shit! Yeah, we missed one episode. They're like, yeah, this is fucking nope. We lost all the views.
All right. Messed up.
Man, I have a fucking story, dude.
You mean Willem Dafoe is no longer gonna be on the podcast?
He called it off.
Oh shit! Yeah. He called off his interview the other day. I forgot to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I know. But I mean, we got Jim Carrey instead. So hey.
Oh, hey, what a
Hey,
deal.
Oh, fuck yeah.
hey. No. You know, I say that, but it makes it sound like I'm like, yeah, Jim Carrey's better than Willem Dafoe. But it's like, no, you can't compare
I
them.
mean, he might be.
Different styles, yeah.
Yeah, I don't compare really any actors because they're all doing their thing, you know? Now, if you're doing the same thing, then yeah.
Bruce Willis, we're looking at you.
Damn you,
Damn it.
Jason
He was
Statham.
fucking...
Yeah,
he was-
Jason Statham, yeah.
Are
those
we
two
just
were
pulling
going to
names
be...
out of a hat?
Those two were going to be our guests next week, and you fucking just
Oh,
ruined it.
damn it.
Oh,
He's
damn it,
definitely
No, now
calling
we'll have
off
something to talk about when they get here. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. It's fine.
We're all going to get together and talk about, shaving our heads and being bald now.
Yeah, it's the whole
Whoa.
theme.
That might not be such a good idea.
Well, we can have the outside experience of having never, like, how does it feel to have the wind brush over the
But
tiny little, like,
I can
hairs
just
on
ask
top of
Bearded
their-
that. He's a bald
Yeah,
man that works
Beardo.
at a
No, but
wind
it-
factory.
There's a difference between asking someone who's a celebrity and asking someone who actually
Yeah,
works
for
for
sure.
a living.
Okay, I thought you were going to completely destroy Bearded, but you said...
Yeah,
I
me
thought
too.
that
Worse
too.
for
I was
worse.
like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, I'm
What do
on Bearded's side with this.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh my gosh.
So
That was funny.
how you guys been? I was saying this before we started, so nobody heard it, but it honestly feels like a million years since I've talked to you guys, like months. My week has been that busy. It feels like months.
Yeah, this week kind of dragged.
Mhm.
Mine has been a little bit crazy. In the last, 2 weeks, we've bought the pieces for a new computer for the crafting stream. I carried them back from Minnesota in carry-on luggage. My little sister got married, which is great, and I found out that Evendi has to have his wisdom teeth pulled. So that's fun.
Yikes.
So I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. He has oral surgery on Tuesday,
Dang.
and yeah, it's not gonna be a fun day, but
No.
whatever, we'll get through it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bad beginning to the week.
Oh my god, tell me about it. Fucking Mondays. My Friday was a Monday.
I
That was the
hate
worst.
Mondays.
You don't get Mondays.
Monday is every day for me. I have no weekends, only Mondays.
Join the
Yeah,
postal
I'm-
service and never get a Monday again. I know that sounds like
But you'll have a lot of Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's gonna
Yeah.
drag.
Yeah, you get one day off every 9 days. You get treated
Yeah.
like shit. And okay, so you guys want to hear my story? It has to do with my postal
Yes.
stuff, and it's pretty.
Well, did we want to get
Excuse me.
Cody's
I didn't
week
do
and
nothing.
Bearded's? Okay, Cody's good.
Same here.
Check. Okay, well, all right, go ahead.
Did you
It
guys
was a
have better
boring one.
stories and I just missed it?
No, they both
No.
said that they didn't do
Mm-mm.
fuck all, so you're good.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
literally did nothing.
Okay,
I watched
Okay.
Shazam finally. I guess that's something.
dope. I do want to talk about movies here soon. There's a couple I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So anyway, I work in the postal service. I'm a CCA. For anyone listening, and you're our CCA, you're like, fuck, dude, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know, man. So anyway, I've been there for a year and a month. And so on Amazon Sundays, or on Sundays we do Amazon, and with Prime Day just finishing. Also, fuck Prime Day. I wanted to say that last podcast, but we didn't have it. So fuck you. I hate you. Okay. it's literally Christmas in July for an entire week, and I just want to blow my brains out. It's ridiculous. And it's hot. It's been 108 for 4 days in a row.
Yes, it has. Yeah,
Yeah.
been pretty rough.
Prime Day is the excuse to take your app to a local store that price matches and support your local businesses.
But anyway, so my station, and this is all coming to light. It's been a thing for a while. My station is the powerhouse of Wichita out of all the stations. Okay, so every day we send people out of station to go help other stations, right? Every single day we send 1 to 4 of our CCAs to go help them because we're so covered. Our CCAs are so good that we can cover like dude, I cover like 8 to 10 hours worth of work if we need to. I'm like, they're like, can you do it? I'm like it's gonna be a long day. Let's fucking knock it out. Like we have the mentality of, pile it on. Let's fucking work through it rather than like, I'm not feeling it. Like we'll just see how it goes. And so this Sunday, or every Sunday rather, they do this thing where if we're down routes, basically whoever's the fastest gets to do more work. And that's my entire station. All of us are faster than every other CCA in Wichita. And so, and a lot of the other CCAs have, also CCA stands for City Carrier Assistant, if you're just wondering.
Okay, I was just about to ask.
Yeah. So the other CCAs, we always hear them talking, and they flat out tell us, they're like, yeah, we go slow on purpose because, we just want to do our route and go home. But they go home at like fucking 6 o'clock. So basically, we're tired of getting abused kind of thing. And with Prime still kind of, the Prime Day is filtering out very slowly. Today is like the last major push of it. Next week should go back to normal, which is fine. And we had 21 CCAs. 8 of them are from my station. 8.
Wow.
And which is a lot. Normally we're only supposed to send 6. But anyway, so there's so many packages that we have 4 routes that aren't covered. So not saying that we're down people, there's just more product that needs to go than we are used to. So right off the bat, they go, hey, we're going to split all these routes. So there's 4, going to be split into 2 each. So there's going to be 8. So there's 40 stops. There's 8 tubs of 40 stops each, which is a fucking lot. And so basically, to put it in perspective, every Sunday, the CCAs get 90 to 100 stops. And they say it's supposed to take you 5 hours to do. Like it's actually timed how they cut it, like through the computer. It says like, okay, so if they spend, a minute or 2 at each stop, this is how long it'll take, blah, blah. This is how many stops they get. Me and my dudes finish our route in 2 to 3 hours every Sunday.
God
Like,
damn.
yeah, like the average that you're supposed to follow is 20 stops an hour. I am one of the 2 fastest people. I average 40 stops an hour.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll stroke that.
Yeah.
I'll stroke that. Yeah, you damn right I work twice as hard. Go fuck yourself. Sorry. No.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I say go fuck yourself as a
That's
good
why
thing.
you
As a
do
good thing.
more routes than everyone.
So anyway, so we all start, I told them, I was like, hey, normally I need off by 3 because I have to go pick up my daughter. And they're like, they're being real bitchy about it. And mind you, this is a different station. Like I said, like, and the thing with other stations is they can tell, they're a supervisor, but they can't fully tell you what to do. Like there's some things that, like, if you don't agree with, you just be like, no, that's a fucking terrible idea. And anyway, so, and I told them, I was like, okay, with my babysitter and everything, I pushed it back, and that's why we're recording so late. I was like, I pushed it back. I have till 5 o'clock so I can get some of this extra out, because at first my team was like, no, just leave it 3. We can handle it. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. This is some bullshit, because I already know that we're gonna get fucked on this because we're the fastest. So, playing that ahead. So, mind you, remember there's 8 tubs, right? 6 of us took some off that. So 6 out of 8 tubs we took. And then one of the CCAs goes back, and mind you, I'm getting gas. I'm heading back myself, and we basically no other CCA in the city stays in touch with each other except for my station, because we're really organized. Like we're hyper organized when it comes to shit like this, because we got each other's backs and all that. So one of them walks in, and they're like, "Yeah, you can take more packages or go to Delano, which is basically another central hub for the Sundays." And he basically was like, now mind you, he didn't say this, but he basically said, no, go fuck yourself. We help you guys constantly. And he just fucking left. Because I'm not going to do 180 stops when other carriers are doing 90. No, that's not going to happen.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then my buddy calls me. She's like, I'm afraid to go in, or whatever. I'm going to, I'm going to see how it goes. And I'm like, no, just walk in, do your thing. Like, basically, we just totally staged a walkout. We're like, no. Like, they tore her apart. She's more direct, and she cares about, her work ethic and, like, her reputation. And they were, like, threatening. They're like, I'm going to call the postmaster, blah, blah. And so she sat there and waited for him to call him, and he didn't answer. And she's like, well, I'm going to leave now. And so she clocked out, and she fucking left. And and this whole time I'm talking to my union rep, making sure that everything's cool. And the thing is about all this is that my union rep and my station manager are completely 1,000% on our side about all this.
Yep.
And so I walk in, and I'm fired up. I'm already fired. I've been fired up all day. They've been fucking me. And the thing with me was, so I took my extra packages, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get done right at 5. I got done at like 5:05. But before that, they gave me this package, or 2 of them, that were mislabeled, that were 20 minutes across town.
Oh, wow.
20 minutes through 5 o'clock traffic. No. And I called them. I was like, hey, I got to go. I have to pick up my daughter. I've already told you guys my limit, and I've already pushed it back as far as I can. And they're like, well, okay, just bring it back, and we'll figure it out. And then they call me back like a minute later, and they're like, yeah, you need to run those out, and you're going to file a leave of absence. Basically saying that I didn't show up for work today. And I was like, no, fuck you. I did all my work today. I worked. I'm not signing shit. And I talked to my union rep. I was like, do I have to sign anything? They're like, no. You clock out and you walk out, and we'll deal with it on Monday. And
That's good.
so I went in there, and because apparently, like, they ripped into the other 2 CCAs before me. And I walked in, shot him a glance. And I got some mean-ass looking eyebrows. And I just walked right past them. They didn't say a fucking word to me. I just left. It's like, nope. I was in that mood, and the thing with my voice, like, when I get fired up, I already have a baritone to begin with.
Yeah.
But I get loud and echoey real fucking quick. And I get just as sassy as my mom, and she's fucking crazy out of her mind. But, yeah, I walked in there. I was ready to fight somebody. Not, whoever's listening, don't take it literally. I wasn't ready to fight somebody. But when you get in that mood where you're just like, don't fuck with me because I got all the information I need right now, and you can't do shit to me. Like, I was ready to fucking go. And the thing is
that
the
Rocky theme playing in the back of your mind.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
Ooh, got this.
Fuck yeah. And like, I'm still so fired up about it because this was literally like 30 minutes ago. Like, I just, I walked out and I was just like, oh, like, we're all tired of being used and abused. To the point, especially by every station, it's to a point where they're asking for us by name because we're so good. And my station manager was like, no, you don't ask for them by name. You ask how many people we need you to send, to help you. See, I was just...
That makes sense why a lot of the, like, from what you've said, a lot of the people that have been there a while don't work as hard now. Because they, like, you guys are getting abused by the other. Yeah, you get bitter towards everything. So you're just gonna do whatever you do in your 8 hours and dip out.
Yep, that's all the CCAs right now. We're to the point where they're like, because it was like, yeah, maybe I'll do own route only and some overtime and blah blah. And I'm to the point where I'm just like, no, you guys can all suck my dick, dude.
No, thank you.
I'll work a really heavy route. Like, I'll load myself up because you can add to your route if you want to from other routes, like if other routes need help, and I'd do that.
Oh,
just basically make it comfortable for my speed, and then just at that point, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, I don't mean to be so, like, I was even talking to my station manager about this weeks in advance. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling more bitter lately, and I don't know why. I don't mean to be. And then it just kind of clicked.
Well, it's just the way you're treated. It starts to build up.
Yeah, all the CCAs were in talks with each other, and we're just like, yeah, I think we're fucking done. And so we all just fucking left. I even called my buddy, and I was like, hey, have you heard anything? And she's like, no, I'm about done, about to head back to the station. And I explained everything to her. And dude, she was like, fuck it, I'm leaving too. Like, dude, they're not sending me fucking anywhere.
All right, don't gotta tell me again.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like I'm saying like, hey, just do this just because blah blah. It's like, no, we all agree that this is some fucking bullshit, and we're just gonna fucking we're fucking out, dude. Later.
You've got to support each other too when it comes to that.
That's
sort of
the thing. a lot of the CCAs and other stations either hate each other, don't talk to each other. All of us, every single one of our CCAs is in communication with each other at any given point.
Yeah.
To check on them, see how they're doing. Even during the regular day, like, hey, are you struggling in the heat? Like, do you need some help? Like, we'll come and help you real quick. And like, our station knows that all the CCAs talk with each other, so we all just jive really well, and we're all really
but
good.
Do you have a Discord server yet? Because you have a Discord server for your CCAs.
Not a lot of them are gamers, so they'd be like,
yeah,
you know, it would be more of a Slack channel, if anything.
No, fair enough.
But no, yeah, there's some CCAs that just don't, like, you know, their personalities just don't click very well, but we still check on them. Like, we're not an asshole. But, you know, it's the first time that I've been like, you know what? I'm going to exercise my union rights to its fullest. Like, no, because normally I'm the type of person that, you know, I'll bend over backwards, but my back just broke, so, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you've been far enough.
Just ranted for fucking 12 minutes.
Fast forward to next week. So I'm out of a job.
No, I talked to my union rep about this shit a couple days beforehand because I was worried about what was going to happen, because I don't know what my rights are. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, what I'm allowed to do, because I've never been in a job with a union. And yeah, she basically just said, she was like, Brandon, you're one of the best workers I've ever seen. She's like, they are not going to touch you. There's no way. Like, she's like, I've protected people far, far worse than you and have kept their jobs. She's like, you're a cakewalk, dude. She's like, you don't have anything to worry about. And then I was texting her today, nice. And because my station manager and my union rep are open, like, they give out their phone number to text, like, if you have information on something, like, don't text them like at home and be like, hey, what's up, dude? But it's like, hey, if you need something like right now, like, they'll let you do it, because, you know, we kick ass and they like to take care of us. But yeah, I was texting her and I just derailed. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That was instantaneous. Holy shit. Yeah,
You're talking about how you were able to text her because she's got your back, and how
no,
you don't have to worry about it.
I know. Yeah, I know. I just can't remember we were texting quite a bit back and forth today, and oh yeah, she was like, oh, so your station manager, she's like, oh, I've been in talks with her after you gave me all this information, and we're gonna have a CCA meeting tomorrow, and basically we're gonna spill all the beans that we got. And like, again, our station manager completely agrees with us on all of this, but, you know, the postmaster's going to get involved, and he's going to come try to rain down on everything. But like, the entire station is united on this. Like, we set the world on fire tonight. It was intense.
That's amazing, dude. Keep us updated on what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
So when you say postmaster, is there just one postmaster above all the United States?
No, well,
it's Postmaster General.
That's Postmaster General, and then Postmaster is like, we have one over Wichita, just one. Basically, it's like one per city kind of thing. And I think like bigger places like Austin or something might have like two, but because
so he makes like final decisions, like he's the top dog, basically.
Yeah, he's the top dude of Wichita right now. Like, yeah, he calls a lot of the shots. But again, like the union's just as strong as he is. A lot of it. Yeah. And the thing is they haven't had a good fight for actual good carriers in such a long time. They're always fighting to keep
now they're like, this
jobs.
Is fun now. Yeah.
Like, fuck, this is easy. What are they gonna do? Hilarious. Fire all the CCAs at once? No. We're already struggling across the city. Like, they're struggling to hire more as is right now. So like, yeah. Sorry, not gonna happen.
Maybe I'll be applying this soon.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Just make sure you get in his office.
It sounds like it. God, I can't. It sounds like I don't want to go anywhere else. Jesus.
You get put wherever you need to be put, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, well, not his station.
Yeah, we've locked in all positions because nobody gets transferred because we're all too good. Yeah. And nobody quits because we're all too good. Like, we're all basically just waiting to become regulars at this point. Dude, once we become regulars, if they don't find somebody just as good as all of us, because Munger CCAs, let's see, we have like 3 that are about to convert within a month, and then after that it's like 2 weeks after, and then another 2 weeks after. All of us are going to convert within like 5 months. And if they don't find somebody like us, like our team, dude, this whole fucking city is fucked. And see, and I keep, sorry, I'm ranting on this forever, but
the whole city's gonna burn down.
It's interesting, but the supervisor today that we had, she was there last Sunday, and so, excuse me, she was there last Sunday, and she was basically saying, you know, because I was like, oh, you guys changed up stuff, I didn't realize it, and she was like, yeah, you know, and mind you, I was off the previous 2 Sundays, and so was one of my good buddies who's just as fast as me, like we're the 2 fastest in the city kind of thing. She's like, yeah, if people decided to show up, if you and so would show up. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm off. I had the day off. And mind you, those 2 days that we were off were the worst Sundays that city has ever seen. That's how.
Is it because you were gone?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
We are literally holding up this city.
Yeah, you and the other girl.
Yeah. No, I mean as a team, like Munger, like all the people, like it's
unbelievable that people can't step up for a day.
It's crazy.
And cover that. That kind of blows my mind a little bit, because I mean, even if I'm the laziest fucker on the planet and I see like, oh hey, the 2 best workers aren't there, maybe I should, you know, pick up the slack a little bit so everything doesn't suck balls for me down the road.
No,
all right, fair enough.
Every single person that's not in my station, their mindset is, I'm gonna go as slow as possible, so if there's any extra left over, I'm not gonna get it. They would rather leave at 7 o'clock than just burn out and go home at like 4. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And it
doesn't make sense, you know.
But the reason
money, I guess. But
the reason they do that is because it puts them in overtime for the next week. So then they have to leave early during the week, and then since our CCAs work really fast, we get used more in the week. So not only do we get used more in the Sundays, but during the week, and then we get sent out of station, and yeah. So it's like, yeah, go fuck yourself. And they think that CCAs are pretty stupid the way they talk to us and try to hide shit from us. We figure out everything. We talk to so many different like supervisors and station managers. And then we stay in touch with each other. Like, dude, shit spreads like wildfire. Like, not like gossip, but like information that's very needed.
The revolution begins with CCA.
Yeah. Well, that's hilarious.
So here's the thing. And we've talked to
Mirror's Edge with Postal Service.
We've talked to other CCAs before us, and basically they just kind of like laid down and took it. And we're like the first, honestly, we are like the first set of CCAs that are trying to fight back on this. Like, not joking. From what I hear, like,
damn millennials.
Go fuck yourself.
God dang it. That's so funny. Trying to make a better life for yourselves. You're out of your mind.
Shakes fist.
Already working 9 days of fucking week.
Yeah,
I don't mind that, but like.
Oh, I saw a meme that. Okay, this is relevant. Sorry, I saw a meme.
Okay, I'm gonna eat taquitos. Go ahead. I've talked for 20 minutes.
There was a meme, and it was a woman at a cash register, and she was handing back receipts, and the customer says, "Oh, we've had 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 jobs added to the U.S. just this year." The cashier says, "Yeah, I'm working 3 of them, and I still can't pay my rent."
Yeah.
My God. It's
all about the quality, not the quantity.
It's so crazy.
God. So that's why the gig lifestyle is a thing.
What do you mean you should live a decent life and be able to afford things?
You should work.
Like the basics. Yeah.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah, not only that. It's like, what was that thing? It was I saw something about. They're like, I think it was like, is it game developers? They're like, oh, they get paid on average like $100,000 a year, and they're like, yeah, but that's like 30,000 for us, and then like the CEO's son is like 500,000, so it evens out as like the crazy average. And they're like, that's fucked, dude. I'm super fired up.
Crunch, plus. We could tell it's kind of fun actually. Like, keep going.
Yeah.
Put down the taquito. Let's go.
Yeah, let the anger flow through you.
Yes, good.
Yes, good.
Let the hate flow through you. Okay, go on. I heard Gelf was about to say something. Go ahead.
No. I was
no.
What, do you want to fight? Are you looking at me the wrong way?
No, I'm looking at you the right way. Brandon, I've got you in the right eyes. I've got you eyes. if you come down to Austin, I've got you guys.
I don't know what that even means.
I don't know
what are you saying to me?
Neither, but I don't know. Maybe we're friends, I guess.
Oh.
I've got your back, something, I guess.
Cody? Bearded? Are we friends too?
I don't have the I got you eyes, I don't think.
Oh.
I don't know if I can make that happen.
I got you eyes are for friends and CFM lips are for lovers. Let's avoid the CFMs and we'll work at the I got yous.
I got them DSLs for lovers, you know what I'm saying, Cody?
Oh, yeah.
No, you've got the DHL for lovers. Hey, it's a postman joke, sorry.
Yikes.
DHL.
I tried to make a postman joke, it didn't work. Alright.
That's hilarious.
Just reminded me about people who are trying to steal my job. It's fine.
I've only seen use DHL like one time.
I've seen in my year and a month of working in the postal service, I've seen 3 DHL vans.
It's so crazy.
I end up getting DHL packages from like random places. Like DHL is supposed to be international, right?
Yeah.
And I've ordered a couple of packages from like California. I've ordered I don't know where in the US they came from. They were US based. It was made in the USA, shipped from the USA, 2-day shipping and blah blah. Came in a DHL package, and I'm like, why? What?
They're expanding.
I guess. I mean, they're trying to take CR's job, so I don't want to support that.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
God, dicks.
Bunch of wastrels.
Oh my god,
yeah,
guys.
Heard a big word.
So, I just I was browsing Steam as I was looking through here, and I guess 2 days ago a game released and it's on trending. It's called Cyberprank 2069.
Oh no.
Oh,
I guess it's just
Cyberprank?
Yeah, it's like, you know, for Cyberpunk, whatever. I guess it's a sandbox game, but I saw it and I was just like, oh my god.
They'll allow
speaking of
anything.
Steam, have you guys had a chance to try the interactive recommender yet?
Yeah,
No?
I tried it,
Yes.
but it shows me shit that I see anyway. So it's like, what's the point?
So for those of you who don't know what it is, it's part of the new Steam Labs thing. They've got a couple of other options like mini previews, mini vids, something like that.
The micro trailers are super good.
Micro trailers. Now,
Oh,
what I want to say
6-second
about
trailer?
the interactive recommender, I have gotten so many good recommendations. I will jump into that thing and I'll say include tag adventure, exclude tag, I don't know, survival or first person or shoot 'em ups or whatever. And then I'll just move the 2 other sliders and the list will just bloom with possibilities. And I'm thinking, fuck, I don't have enough lifetime for this shit. I haven't had my computer under my control for over a month now. I haven't been able to game at all. I've been surviving off my phone and my laptop when it decides to take a charge. I had to go up to the Microsoft store and pay $80 for a fucking charger.
Yikes.
It was not okay. And I really I like my Surface Pro 4. It's fine. I would love to replace it as soon as possible because it is getting old and it is slowing down. And it's not a laptop. It is I'm going to sit on your lap and balance for like 5 seconds precariously and then fucking fall over backwards and land on the floor. It's not okay. But
Sounds like a good
I would like to replace it. But I haven't had my computer in so long that I'm sitting at it right now, but my monitor is like 4 feet away from me. I can barely see. I've got the screen zoom up so I can see things.
You got the old person magnification
totally.
on.
Oh yeah, I have the
on-screen keyboard.
Yep. Now the thing is though, is that I was looking through the recommender on my phone, and then I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I've got to add all of these to my wish list. Every time I would move one of the little sliders over 1 tick or back 1 tick, it would create a completely new list. And it was like, I can't keep up with all this shit. What's going on?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Sorry, I'm just
finally getting the recommendations that they promised me, the bastards. Anyway, sorry.
Mid bite here.
Mid taquito bite.
Put the taquito down.
I tried VR for the first time ever in my life the other day.
Oh, how'd that go?
Holy fuck! All right, let me explain.
What was it on?
He has one on order.
Let me okay, let me start from the beginning. Okay, so I went to my buddy's house because we were like, yeah, let's play some Beat Saber. I was like, that sounds dope. But so there's like a lobby room that you kind of get into and you can choose all your games. Mm-hmm. Okay, so without crying, I wanted to cry. I put the headset on. This place felt so real. I can't explain it. Everything, like, you have like a little garden area you can go out to, and like the fucking detail, dude, looked so real. And your little Joy-Con things that you have are completely one-to-one. There was no motion sickness because it felt like I was there. I had full control. There was no bobbing. Like,
What device were you on?
We were on the HTC Vive.
Vive? Yeah.
It's $500. I plan on getting it. Yes, I am, Tiffany.
Yeah, me too. That's the one I really want.
So it was so bizarre because there's some shelves with like shit on it, and my buddy was like, "Oh yeah, you can pick up shit and throw it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I was learning the controls, and I accidentally knocked something on the top shelf when I was reaching for like the lower shelf, and it started to fall forward, and like as soon as it got to like my head, my body was like it was in flinch mode. Like I didn't flinch, but I had this huge shiver because I was like, it just felt like you just feel like you're there, dude. It's mind blowing. And then I got into Beat Saber, and when you get into there, it's you're like on a platform, but there's like a cliff edge around the edge, and like I walked over and like looked down, and like my fear of heights skyrocketed. I was just like, oh my god! Like, and they're like, oh, you're gonna start the game, and I'm just like looking around. I'm like looking at the stars in the sky. I'm like, this is so fucking bizarre. I went to the beach. I was like, dude, like, I couldn't get over it. When I was playing Beat Saber, which is super fun, by the way. It's so fluid and it's awesome. It's really hard. Like I started on the hard difficulty, but then there's also expert and expert plus. For spider arm people, it's unreal. But I actually ended up like losing a round of that because I was so focused on the background and how real, and like I could just go out and touch it. Like it's just. It was absolutely mind blowing. I'd recommend getting one, 100%.
Now, before
we defuse bombs with it too.
You keep talking and nobody explodes.
That was really fun.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Before you go get the Vive, whatever it is, look into the Oculus Quest. The Oculus Quest is an entirely self-contained, so you don't need to mount sensors or anything. Mm-hmm. You put it on, and then you use the little controllers to map out your space, your play space, and this visor will recognize the areas that you're in. So if you take it off, blah blah, turn it on, a couple days later you put it back on, it'll recognize the space you're in and remember the barriers. When you get close to the barrier, like you're in a game or whatever, when you walk close to these play areas that you've designated, it'll start to fade out. You'll see that grid wall.
Yeah.
And if you actually lean through them,
that's cool.
You see a black and white grayscale view of the world around you. So it's like you're seeing your room in grayscale, so you can pick something up. Oh, I need a water bottle. You pick up take a drink, blah, 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 1-to-1. And it's all self-contained.
Oh, wow. This one,
it's kind of neat.
128 gigs is $500, but all you need is the headset and the handles. You don't need like you said, sensors and.
Oh.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
And ZBrush, dude. ZBrush.
Oh, dude, I did the fucking 3D brush thing. Like, I can't even. I started drawing mustaches on fucking snowman, and like, I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. And then I did my little abstract art, but it was in 3D, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like,
and you know what's cool is you can take that, you can export it, and you can 3D print it.
Oh my god, don't tell me that. That's fucking amazing.
Be sweet.
This is what we're working up to in this Nexus Dungeoneering crafting thing that we're doing. We're building the computer now. We're going to do 3D modeling in Blender and stuff like that on it, and video editing on this computer that we're building and all this stuff. But one of the end goals is to get one of these Oculus Quests or whatever we need to get into ZBrush and build these things, sculpt in 3D, all of this cool stuff, and then be able to 3D print it. I mean, it'd be small, but God, how cool.
No, that'd be awesome. I mean, the possibilities just open up like crazy, you know what I mean?
And it would be really cool to be able to say like, oh man, I really want this hood ornament for my car that's a fairy with wings made of fire, pointing off towards the distance. Hey, come on over here, put this headset on here, build it. And what? Yeah, go ahead and paint it. Blah blah blah. We've got the resin. Don't worry about it. Oh my god! And then yeah, we'll just super glue it to the front of your car, and off you go. Have fun. I've already got ideas for like birthday gifts and things like that. Like I want to make everybody a little miniature birthday present that's a mimic. And be like, here you go.
Sorry, I'm stuffing my face.
Sorry.
That sounds like a really great idea. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm trying to eat, and I'm like, okay. I don't have to answer. Okay, here we go.
You got like 20 minutes left of the podcast. You can wait that long for your fucking taquitos. No,
Yeah, but
kidding.
now they're cold.
Yeah, they reheat. Okay.
Yeah, but then the tortillas
it's called
dry
a
out.
microwave. Dip them in water. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I could just eat my dinner like a normal human being.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
Now,
No.
for those of you listeners that weren't here for the pre-show because we don't record that, so obviously you weren't here. I was sitting in the channel waiting for everybody else to show up. TR blasts in at exactly the turn of the hour, and he's like, "Yeah, I kicked my shoes off, put my headset, and now I'm here." It's like, seriously, like, go whiz or something. Like you've got
I already
time.
peed at the station. I don't need to.
And then
If I
everybody
did,
else
I
says,
can
we're
hold
like,
it.
okay, yeah, let's go. It's like, oh, we're good to go. And blah
I
blah blah.
told
And then
you.
CR's over here
Dude.
like,
Okay, let me explain something, because this is gonna make a lot more sense. Like, or not even sense. Just okay. Now, just imagine. Okay, so you know when you park by a house and then you walk through their grass up to their doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
You know that distance?
Yeah.
I did that about 140 times a day, but I ran to every one of them.
oh my god.
So
Sounds
I
I
do.
horrible.
got your fucking package. Take it.
I told you.
Go, go, go.
I told you, it's a race against time today. And let me tell you, when I got there at 6 o'clock, I felt damn good. Because I was like, when I text you guys or send in the Discord, I was like, yeah, we'll do like 6 or something. I was like, I have no fucking idea if I'm going to make this. I have no idea. I have no idea. And dude,
But
getting
you
home
fucking made it, man.
You did.
directly at 6, I was like, holy
so
shit,
funny.
I made it.
That's when you start hearing the. Have you guys ever seen the movie Prefontaine?
I've
No.
About the
never
runner?
heard what that is. What?
Oh, you guys know the Chariots of Fire song, right? Dun dun
Uh-uh.
dun 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 dun
Mm-hmm.
dun dun
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dun dun dun. That's what should have been playing in the back of your mind. That victory music.
That's funny.
Because that's you. You pulled off an amazing fucking thing today, dude. Like that's boss.
Yeah.
That's every day for me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I had my manager tell me.
Oh, stroking.
No, you know what? Being arrogant is
deserve
being arrogant is one thing, but if you can fucking back that shit up, yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
best. So
You're the
That's
best
so funny.
around. No one's gonna take you down. I don't know the rest of the
He
words there.
hasn't talked
No
like
one's
that
gonna
in
keep you
years.
down.
It's great. It's great to hear.
do what?
And you know what?
You haven't talked like that in years.
Well, yeah. Now it's like fuck
It's
you,
awesome.
dude. Kick
Yeah,
ass.
now you're there.
Confident.
You're just whooping ass.
I'm always confident. I just keep it to myself because I don't like to sound arrogant. It's not my thing. But I'm to the point where it's like, no, people need to know because they start pushing me around. It's like, no, I'm the
Yeah.
no, fuck you.
Especially when they use you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always sound so mean. I'm gonna listen back on this podcast and be like, damn, you fucking chill out.
I'm a dick. God.
I'm trying to wind down, and mind you, again, people got to realize I got maybe 2 minutes to wind down after work, and this huge blow up happened at the end of work. So I'm just, whew, I'm still in my work uniform and everything.
He's just coming off as high, everyone.
Delivering them hot truths on Sundays.
Oh my god. Oh my
No,
god.
the thing is like my manager, she walked up to me on Saturday because I had to run a Saturday event for kids, which I was not in the mood for, but I did anyway. And she says she
So the
walked up to me.
Fortnite
and she's
event.
like, no, this was the graphics con. It's like kids graphic novels or whatever.
Oh, cool.
And she walks up to me and she says, "Would you mind working Wednesday next week?" And I thought, sure, I guess. Why? Oh well, the VP of the VP of loss prevention is going to be in town, and I want him to see our best sellers on the floor. I was like, okay, sure.
Well, thank you.
Is this going to guarantee me a 3 on my yearly review? Like,
Yeah.
like yes, but the problem is Avendi is going in for his oral surgery on Tuesday, so I need to make sure that I'm available just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like, oh well, thank you, Pops Collar. Wait, you just damn I'm gonna have to be on my toes. I'm gonna have to know what I'm doing. Fuck. To be fair, I always know what I'm doing when it comes to the bookstore, but you know.
That's what I was gonna say. You probably don't have an issue.
Yeah.
But
A
it's
prayer?
always
No, I don't have a prayer.
No, it's like one of those things you're like, I know what I'm doing, but just in case, I'm gonna worry a little bit. Because I mean,
Oh yeah.
you don't want to be arrogant about it. You know what you're doing, but you gotta remain cautious.
No.
Fuck,
Yeah.
do we have 20 minutes left already? I've taken up over half the podcast.
It's
Sorry,
worth it.
Bearded, what have you been doing,
no.
man? How are you? Are you good?
I'm-
Are you well?
I'm
Are
good.
the turbans still going, man?
They're still going, man. It's good. Everything's good. I'm enjoying listening.
I'm sitting here with my head in my hands like a fucking...
You attacked him for a solid 10 seconds right there.
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. All right.
Couldn't get a damn word in. It was just you asked him 45 questions. It was weird.
The only reason Cody got a word in is because he's Cody, you know, he just busts through the wall, you know, like blah, man, and then Bearded's all, no, I'll just wait for my turn. No, I'm polite. And
Oh, the
I'm like,
podcast is over. Okay, well, I'll see you guys next
"Oh, okay,
week.
bye.
I guess next week will work.
So,
Okay. Anyway, Bearded, how you been?
yeah.
Good, man. Good. Like I said, everything's been going pretty well. They said weddings coming up in September. Just getting ready for that.
I
know,
keep
it's
forgetting
crazy.
about it. Fucking A, dude.
Coming up quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
Whose wedding, sorry?
Bearded.
Mine.
Oh, I thought you were already, why did I think you were already Mr. Bearded?
Because he's got 7 children.
I was like, I could have sworn
Sorry.
you said your wife, but I obviously misheard. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I thought you said my wife.
No worries.
See, now I'm turning into CR. I'm all like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I apologize, but I don't mean it. He's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, fuck up.
Stuffs another taquito in his mouth.
Hey, shut up. I got 4 more, man. Yeah, so I've been trying to be like more open with myself lately, because my entire life wow, this is taking just a sharp turn. I've been kind of like locking my shit down. You know, it's not manly to show emotion. It's you know, this and that. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying that's what I was taught, basically. It kind of. And there was one I was wanting to share last podcast on Sunday with the boys, and this is weird. I didn't have the confidence to do it in front of Cody and Bearded, my 2 best buds, who hold no judgment against me. I couldn't do it.
Literally
You know?
0.
I'll
But
judge you. It's okay. Go ahead.
but and this is
I'm kidding, I love
it's
it.
nothing big, and it's for me. But I've been painting my nails. I think it's dope.
Woo!
But not like well,
Like pink and stuff?
no. I was maintaining black for a little while, and I thought that looked pretty cool, and Tiffany really likes it. But
Yeah.
what I've been doing is my thumb, index, and middle are black, and then my ring and my pinky, I just alternate the colors every now and then.
Oh, that's kind
But
of cool.
it looks, it's really cool because like when I hold onto the nail, I see my fingers, and normally you're used to seeing your blank ass nail, and to me that's really boring. I'm a very colorful person, and again,
You
it's
just
not for
gotta
me.
get hand tattoos, bro.
I'm not. I got one.
Or
and
post, you know.
but the thing is, like, you know, it's pretty cool. Only one person two people have said something bad about it. I'm sure you can guess on easily who it is.
Was
But-
it the gun shop guys?
No, not at work. Nobody at work. But I'm sure they want to say something. But
But
Your
it doesn't
dad?
matter, bitch, because you're the fastest.
yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, people, like when I first started, it's been going on for like a month. I've been doing it for a month now. And,
Oh God, I know who it was.
Yup.
Yeah, never mind. Now I know. Yeah.
I'll take it as a the cast. But yeah, so yeah, people at work, they're just like, man, you start painting your nails? I'm like, yeah. What do you think? Like, is it cool? I'm like, yeah, I think that's great. I'm like, dope. Not that I'm fishing for compliments. Again, it's just for me, but people don't expect
yeah.
it. You know, it's this dude. I already wear a sweatband. I look goofy as fuck every day, and I'm just like, what's my nails gonna do? Like, I wear a bright pink, bright purple, bright green, bright blue headband every day. It's like that fucking. I don't care. Anyway, but yeah, that was. I don't know why I couldn't belt that out last podcast. I apologize. Nothing against you guys, but
Well,
it's just
You know,
it's all
if you
good.
need
You
any-
belted it out when you needed to, bro.
right.
I don't wear nail polish, and I have like a fuckload of it. So if you want, I will ship you my old nail polish. You can
I
have it.
have a fuckload.
I'm down.
I do, and I don't ever wear it because if I'm gonna get my nails done, I go somewhere because my nails are so flimsy. So if I get my nails done,
Oh,
I
I
have to have
really-
something strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so I
the thing
need
with
to
me,
just get rid of it.
I don't get them. I'm not gonna get them done at a salon or whatever because I work with my hands. There's no point. I'm just gonna chip,
Yeah.
and they chip all the time. So I just repaint them, and then every week I rotate the two colors or the two fingers and colors. But yeah. So that's a
As long
that's
as
a
you
thing.
take, and the thing with the nails is the nail polish can actually really protect your fingernails. No matter how hard they are, you get them like you catch an edge off something or chip or something like that. Like you can peel off chunks of your fingernail. You got nail polish on there, that'll protect them. You don't have to wear colors even. I mean, Cody and Bearded could use like flat
Clear
matte
coating
nail polish
stuff,
to
yeah.
strengthener, protect your fingernails, especially when you're, okay, so my dad used to do that. He had he did it he got a split down his thumbnail and
Oh,
it was
God.
into the nail bed, and he's a welder boilermaker, so he worked with his hands a lot. Well, my mom was like, "Well, here, just put this stuff on." He's like, "I ain't wearing no nail polish."
Yeah.
Mark, just put it on. All right. So he put it on. And he kept wearing it day after day. He kept replacing it. I'd even go out into his porch and he'd be there with the acetone, taking off the old layer, putting down a new one, and it kept his nail together so it'd grow out.
So
And it was the coolest thing ever. My dad's wearing nail polish. Who gives a shit?
funny story with acetone. I didn't know how powerful that shit was. And
Oh, yeah.
So
Don't have a match.
yeah, so not only that, but I was like, man, what do I put this in? And I was like, well, because we have a lot of like big Tupperware things that.
Oh, no.
No. It worked. The Tupperware works.
Okay.
The Tupperware is fine. So, but I was like, because it's a lot of surface area, and you need to pour a lot of acetone in there so you can dip your nails in. Like, so you need to pour more than you need, and I didn't want to waste it. So I was like, yeah, I'll just get like a little plastic cup. I'm sure it'll be fine. And so I just poured it in there, and then like I was walking around with it, and Tiffany said something, so I walked back in the kitchen. I was like, oh, I got a leak in my cup. Oh no. And then the bottom melted out of it. I was like, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
I was like, what happened?
So, pro tip, top of the bottle, cotton ball. Soak
there
the
you go.
cotton ball, brush it away. Soak the cotton ball, brush it away. It's the easiest way to make a bottle last the longest.
Yeah,
You
that
don't
makes
have
sense.
to dip your fingers in it. It's not going to affect your skin. It's not going to dry out your cuticles, whatever.
Dude.
Do that instead. That's
So
going to help.
So I know you guys don't know, but dude, that shit dries out your skin instantaneously. And if you have a cut on your finger, worst
Ooh, it
pain I've
lets you
ever
know
felt in my
right where
life.
it is. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. It's like putting hand sanitizer on paper cuts.
It's like
you
putting
know exactly where they are.
No, it's far worse than that. It's like putting
Sounds fun.
It's like putting hand sanitizer in your eyeballs.
I don't think that's.
It's accurate. It's totally accurate.
I don't think that's accurate. I
yeah,
don't
use the
personally
cotton
know
ball.
anyone that's used hand sanitizer in their eyeballs, but
Okay.
And then put lotion on your cuticles afterwards, because that'll keep them from splitting and bleeding and all this good stuff. So.
No,
that's it.
that already happens. I fuck with
Yeah.
dry pieces of paper all day long.
Oof. Gold
Also-
bond that shit, man. Gold bond.
We have 10 minutes left already. What's going on? What happened?
Huh?
The
That's quick.
podcast is happening.
Goddamn.
yeah,
There's so much
time
going on.
passed.
So real
ahead.
quick, Cody and Bearded, like when you guys work with your hands, right? Like what do you do to protect your hands on a daily basis?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't
Seriously?
I don't do anything either.
Wear gloves if I need to. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Wear gloves when
Well-
climbing the ladder, but after that,
Now,
nothing.
I have to ask,
It's hard. Yeah.
Are you guys like me where your skin is just automatically like moisturized? Like my skin never dries out. I never have any issue with dry skin.
Nah, it does sometimes, but it takes a lot
Mine
to really
dries.
dry out.
I don't usually have a problem with mine because I don't work outside anymore. I mean, when I was working at my grandpa's farm and stuff like that, like I'd get, I got calluses and stuff like that I'm still trying to get rid of. It's 20 years later. But like I found the perfect pair of gloves. They've got the capacitive touch on the pointer, middle, and thumb, so I can still use my phone. It's amazing. They're so cool, but they're like bright blue, and I just want regular like gloves
Hey.
that don't look like a
What's wrong
garment.
with what's wrong with Bly Blue? Bly
No,
Blue.
they're
Bly
not-
Blue.
Bly
No,
Blue.
they're not like blue, they're blue, like lavender blue, like that floral kind of thing. And I'm not
Lavender
I just
Blue.
want
I'm gonna
Carhartt
type that
gloves.
in.
just
Oh,
just give
apparently
me
that's a song
Carhartts.
from 1961 by Bobby V.
Bobby V.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, that's wow, that was a weird grab.
Yeah.
Hey, lavender blue is a pretty cool color. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's just when you're trying to work with your hands and you're trying to like get down dirty and having this like pretty color on your hands.
Yeah. It makes it weird.
Throw a Carhartt symbol on the back of them, maybe they'll be better. But
I'm gonna snap 180 for a minute because we got 10 minutes. Dude, they're making the Blade movie like dope. Like I fucking love Blade.
Did you
they
see
say
what all they're
rating it's gonna
making?
be?
They're making a
Yeah,
lot.
they're making what 10?
I think they only make
2021?
PG-13,
Oh,
really.
And they're adopting mutants into the MCU now officially
Yes, finally,
in Phase
yes.
4. Now
Yes.
here's a problem I have with that is from what I've heard rumor wise they're bringing in the First Class X-Men group or whatever. I don't know how Phase 4 is going to match up with Phase 1, 2 and 3 because they're reapproaching or they're bringing in pre-existing like casts and storylines, and 1, 2 and 3 were all unique and the storylines were made for these phases. And I don't know, I think
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to bring in pre-existing characters and then say like, oh, but they've been here the whole time. Like I don't know
Yeah,
how I feel
If
about
that's
that.
what actually happens. I mean, we'll see who they really get. I hope they get new people and create their own because they've been able to create. They pick the perfect people for almost every role, so it's like it might as well let them decide and pick who they want to play in them,
If
and then
Hugh
make it
Jackman's
into their
not in it,
universe.
I'm not
but-
gonna watch it.
If who?
He said he's done, bro.
I know. I know. Hugh Jackman. I
Oh, yeah,
fucking
he's out.
love him as Wolverine. I knew after
Yeah,
Logan
he's
he was
so
done.
cool.
But God, that was a good movie.
But
It
they're
was
gonna
very
bring
good.
in X, whatever the girl's name was, right? She could be the new one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, little girl.
Been a
I
while since
also
I've seen
heard
movie.
that the next Doctor Strange movie is going to be the first MCU horror movie, which I am
Yes.
super into.
Ooh.
I still
The
need to
guy,
see the
he
first
said
one.
he wants to keep the humor from the first one, but add a horror element to it, so it's gonna
I
actually
am
be a little scary. Be
So
cool
there.
because
Mhm.
it's called Multiverse in Madness or of Madness or something like that, and which so going into the multiverse they could do a lot of cool stuff with horror in
Yeah.
that. That'd be really cool.
Shadow selves and stuff.
Oh, it'd be freaking sweet. I like the first one. It's been a while. It's been too long since they made a second one.
So you guys got
Plus, it's Quizarak Zadarak or whatever the fuck his name is.
just sitting here thinking
Quizak
really
Bandersnatch.
randomly. You guys are talking about multiverse stuff, and I was like, man, there's probably like a universe out there where everybody's a fucking bird and everybody's just chilling.
Yeah, it's called How to Full Boyfriend.
Someone's recording a podcast right
Huh?
now.
I have
And they're a
never
fucking
heard
bird.
of that.
You've
You've
never
never
heard
heard
of
How to Full
that?
No,
Dude,
what the hell is that?
You
Let
get
us
to-
open your
Um,
eyes.
Dude,
Oh
okay,
my
hold
God.
on. Guess what
What?
it is, Cody.
Is it just gonna close them, or is this some? I don't even know. Is Japanese based?
I
Oh,
mean,
fuck yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
inspired.
makes sense. Okay.
Inspired. So can I tell him what it is, CR?
No.
Or do you
How
want
would
to-
I have known?
No. Just take a stab. What do you think it is? Hatoful boyfriend.
I honestly have no clue.
Okay. All right. Go ahead,
Yep.
Gil. Oh,
Okay, so what it
wait. Bearded.
Oh.
What?
What is it called? How to Fool?
Yeah.
Hatoful. HATOFUL.
boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
I have no idea.
You want to take a swing at it?
No,
No.
no, just tell
All
us.
right, go ahead.
So okay, what it is in Japan they have a lot of dating sims, like visual novel dating simulators. Hatoful Boyfriend is a high school based dating simulator where you
Oh, no.
date pigeons.
Huh?
Uh,
Not the response I was expecting.
No, that's
So-
exactly what I was expecting. Huh.
Huh? Yeah.
I agree with
It's
Thanos.
actually fun.
Yeah. Well, I kind of agree with a more intense Thanos. Just get rid of certain things, not
Mhm.
half of the certain things. We just get rid of that whole thing. That's.
I think you're
They
thinking of a
have
different
some
Thanos,
wild-
Sir Cody.
Yeah, whatever. Satan, whoever. It doesn't. Whatever.
It's actually really fun.
That's
the part
ridiculous.
Isn't there a game where you date tanks that are also like girls?
What?
Dude, you can
Thanks.
date. Okay, so hold on. There's boyfriend
There's
dungeon or
some
dungeon
real
boyfriend
lonely
where you
people
date
out there.
weapons.
Yeah, I
where
saw
you
that one
date
at
your
PAX.
weapons.
Yeah, yep.
And then there's
What?
another one where you can date llamas with
Yep.
guys'
Yep.
faces.
Ooh.
And then there's the best of them all. There's Dream Daddy, where you
Hey,
can
that one's pretty cool.
Or you can
I
what?
love that one. You date
could-
dads.
You gotta bang fathers. I'm
Not
kidding.
on
Huh.
screen, obviously.
Well,
Okay, there's
hey man, you wanna jump into the indie scene?
a lot of
To be
issues in
fair,
the
Dream
world.
Daddy was designed by
lot of
Arrogant
lonely
Man
people.
from Game Grumps.
Yeah. Very cool.
Oh, well, that makes sense coming from them. It's more of a parody.
the weapon one
is.
is funny because you get to like use the weapon, so it's like you use it and it's just like, swing me hard.
I need to
Oh
play that
my
game so bad.
God.
Oh, wow.
And
It's like you're using the weapon and the weapon's basically getting off in your hands, essentially. That what you're
Well-
into?
Worst thing that could happen.
You like the touch of cold steel, do you?
I like the scythe one, the guy that holds the scythe is like this like emo dude
No.
or whatever. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. It's not a release.
I
Oh.
don't know what to say. I'm sorry for the people.
I'm
Oh, I
like
got-
I'm a lot sadder now.
Yeah,
learning about that.
it hurt a little bit.
Oh, there's far worse games.
You know, it's kind of funny, but in all the visual novels that I've played, like if I'm tired, stressed out, I just want to disappear, I'll pull up a visual novel. And some of them have romance in them. I play a lot of them that don't. But I found this one that it's a dating game. You know, you pick your path and da da da. But the storyline behind it, if you can ignore all of the "oh, I love you" bullshit, the storyline behind it is actually a very interesting multiverse potential timeline, like following through. Like if you choose this timeline and you get the good ending, all of a sudden that's solidified and you have to go back in order to braid all of these timelines together and find out what actually happened and what caused you to split away from reality and step outside your own timeline to lose your true home line or whatever.
Hold
so
on.
you have to go through all these. Go ahead.
Is this Endgame?
No, it's not Endgame. You'd think. No, it's
Hold on,
called
whoa.
it's called Amnesia Memories. But if you can, and one of the timelines is actually really, really, really fucked up. I'm not gonna spoil it for
Amnesia.
you,
It's all old
but
school.
let's just say that there's like a dog cage involved, and it's
Oh.
not alright. But it's a very cool like method of
Edward.
underlaying this craziness that's going on, because you're literally fighting to recover your home timeline and what's supposed to happen, but because you've been ripped out of your reality, you have to rebuild it piece by piece. It's actually pretty cool, but it's all underlaid by this veil of, oh, he loves me. Oh, do I say I like math or do I say I like science? Oh no, he doesn't love me anymore because I don't like science. You know, it's like bullshit like that.
Yikes.
But it's an interesting game. They actually did a good job of the underlying, if you can get that far.
I'm sure Cody can make it pretty far in that game.
No.
No.
Not if you start with the Diamond World. If you start with the Diamond World, man, it's game fucking over.
What's
I know, I'm not
Diamond
gonna tell you.
World?
The Diamond World
Oh.
is where I don't want to spoil it, but the game's been out for a really long time, so I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah,
This
please don't
character's-
spoil it. I plan on playing it very soon.
For the
well,
listeners, not you.
the character's supposed to be your childhood friend, but he's a little like broken upstairs, so he kidnaps you and locks you in this dog cage and dresses you up in chains and shit to protect
Oh.
you, and it
That
ends up
is-
being like really abusive,
protect me.
scary
Got it.
kidnapping shit.
He
Wink.
sounds like
Wink.
someone that likes French fried potatoes.
Well, let's
Mhm.
just say that the
French
good
fry.
ending of that results in you getting him arrested, and it's like, hey, we can never be together because you're fucking crazy, but at least I survived. Cool, there's my good ending, you know?
What the fuck?
The
Sounds
Japanese, man, I don't
wild.
know. It's
They do their own thing.
yeah, right.
Yep, sounds great. Totally look forward to playing
It was
that.
interesting. You should. You should. I want to see you play through it, and I want to hear. I
Oh.
want to actually play it live on Twitch, and I want to hear your reactions because I think that would be fucking.
How about you subscribe to my Snapchat? It's like $20 a month, and I'll play it through that. And then I'll send you some battle.
That would be hilarious. You just record yourself playing it for a little bit.
Isn't Snapchat like 6 seconds? God, that'd take forever.
All it would be is like a 6-second like voice or video clip of him going, "Oh, God,
Oh,
what
Jesus."
the and then it cuts off. What
That's
the
hilarious.
Shit is this? Yeah, the Japanese, man, they get some crazy shit going over there. I tell you.
Yeah, they have a lot of people in not a big area.
Man, I thought the used panty vending machines were bad.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. It's been an hour.
That's the best thing to end on. Fucking.
Oh,
ever.
that's so
I'm so glad
perfect.
to be
Wow.
back.
This fucking episode completely blew by, and I am so sorry if I'm your least favorite person on a podcast. You're like, great, this is a fucking Brandon episode. Skip.
You have good stories.
Yeah, it was intense. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that shit because it was like I said, we set the world on fire today. I want to make, for some reason when I say that, Bearded, I want to make a Metal Gear reference, and I don't know why. What is that? The man who sold the world, for some reason, it kicks into my brain every time I say that. I don't know why. I like that. That's good shit. Anyway, you guys got anything else? You guys good?
I'm good.
Good.
Good to
I've
keep
looked
going?
on
Okay,
Cody's
great.
mind enough.
Cody's just, I'm here. It's been a long day. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. We're gonna keep it an hour today because I showed up late, or I had to push it back. I didn't show up late. I showed up exactly on time. What
Dead on time.
Thanks, Patreons. I don't know if that was words, but Time Jumper and Risu, appreciate it, guys. If you'd like to become a patron, it's patreon.com/consolerequired. If you're listening to this not on YouTube, we're on YouTube, youtube.com/consolerequired. We're also on Spotify, which is bit.ly/required podcast. Is that
Question mark. The links will be in the description.
I think it is. I want to say it's that. And then we're also on Plex, which you just search up the Required Podcast. You just look up the Required Podcast anywhere, and you'll find us at this point. We're I think the search engine finally has a hold of us. So dope.
Very good.
Dope.
And it'll never let us go.
No.
Yeah.
Like
so
that
never
one
again.
character in Amnesia Memories that locked us in a cave. Bringing everything back around. Sorry.
Panty vending machine.
Panty
Boom.
vending machine. That's gonna be the name of the
Exactly.
episode.
Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good week,
CR, where
everyone.
you
Bye.
going? No, CR.
Come back.
I'm gone.
Okay.